Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You know, this realization um, of this idea of making this video actually come to my mind when I was sitting in my mom's kitchen last night and I was DMing people on Instagram as usual, right? And you know that this Instagram is filled with half-naked girls in them. And yeah, I'm not gonna dig deep into this hole because it's obvious. You just need to, like, if you saw that, astaghfirullah, escape that place. Like, if you saw it on your feed, just scroll down. If you saw it as a picture, just do whatever, just escape that and say astaghfirullah. That's what I do because I can't control Instagram. I mean, I can, but to a certain degree, when you are messaging a man which is subscribed to a girl, Instagram understands that, like, if you are interested in that man and this man is interested in these people who are like half naked girls, maybe this is something which you might be particularly interested, and that's when the photos are gonna pop up on your home page and your For You page, and that's when you need to click three dots and click not interested to make Instagram know that you're not interested in it. Alhamdulillah. What I wanted to say is just, I think I found the correct words last night. I already have made a video about, like, lust, wealth, and filth dilemma for a young man. If you haven't watched that video, go to my YouTube channel and just, like, and watch that video. Maybe I will link gonna be maybe in pinned comment. Maybe I don't know how much time I'm gonna have after uploading this video on YouTube, because I have it's 12 p.m. already. I need to read Zuhur, so that's why. Okay. You know, if you watch day 13 of trying to become a millionaire, or road to a millionaire, my health circumstances and my health issues was way worse. Right now, at the current moment I'm filming this video, alhamdulillah, my nose is way better. It's partially open, this one is open, this one is locked, but I'm getting better. Voice is getting better. Breathe, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's better. Yeah, there is I wake up today with no headache and with not feeling tired, with no feeling of being tired. Usually I used to, like, for the last 1 week, I barely, like, wake up tired, go to sleep tired, but alhamdulillah, health issues are getting better, subhanallah. Let me just not walk around the topic and just say the topic itself. I believe that you need to, when I was sick, and I am sick still, but I just saw, in my For You page on Instagram, I saw one unknown millionaire. I don't know his name. But but to make sure that you understand what I'm talking about, I'm gonna give an example of Iman Gadzi. Young millionaire, has a lot of money. The correlation between the man which I saw and that Iman was in that both of them are young, both of them are healthy, they're not sick. Probably, at least on that video I saw, or photo, it was photo, and rich. I mean, these people who are on Instagram and this, like, millionaire lifestyle stuff, all these expensive cars, expensive planes, houses, Gucci, la la la, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Cool. I mean, retire your parents. Of course, you want to be rich. Of course, there's nothing wrong with being rich. There's nothing wrong with being rich as soon as you're doing it for something good. But, you know, in this, if we, count things which millionaires have, usually among these like things which they have, somebody is gonna say hot girls. I mean, usually all these expensive cars, expensive houses, all this stuff, and hot girls. Like, when you imagine a millionaire, what is the representation of him inside of your mind? Usually someone who have a hot girl. And I just, like, saw that person on Instagram in freaking Paris with some kind of probably a model, because in Paris there is like a lot of clothing brands, and that girl which was half naked in white dress, um, probably was one of these girls, maybe not, God knows that, but I saw that picture, and the meaning, the description of that photo was millionaire lifestyle, and the account which that posted this photo was like motivational quotes and like things like that. But one thing you need to understand is that I clicked not interested, and I sit down in my mom's kitchen. I'm like thinking, I'm sick, having headache. This is not the girl which is gonna take care of you when you're gonna have a simplest form of sickness. Probably. Probably she's not the girl which is gonna take care of you when you're gonna have a simplest form of sickness. A basic headache, a basic throat ache. The basic ones. I'm not even talking about freaking cancer. And there are some certain millionaires which have this kind of like problems with their health. I'm not saying these are the bad people, but this all these half naked hot girls are not like your mom. I mean, my mom, even if she is working full-time job to provide for me, and you know unless like until I achieve success, one day I will retire her. One day I will retire her, inshallah, definitely. I'm really sorry for my English, like, because of this sickness, there is like thoughts in my brain, like, I'm sorry, thoughts in my brain are just like flowing around. And yeah, I mean, do you really believe all these girls which you see on Instagram with beautiful body shape? I'm not gonna call it, back and front, and like cute face, all that stuff. These are not these most of these, I'm not gonna say all of them, most of them, definitely, but I can definitely say most of them. It is painful, right? Because you want to have a hot bitch, and like, I'm saying you the simplest truth, simplest one. These are not the girls which are gonna look after you when you're gonna have a simplest form of sickness. Do you really believe that these are the girls? These are the girls which are gonna give you your pills, cook for you your delicious food, clean your house, clean your clothes. Um, I'm not like saying literally by hand washing your clothes, but at least like taking care of you some way or form, or they are the ones who are just like gonna make you happy your eyes and like dopamine spikes. So I have this hot girl in my bed, like, nah. As soon as you are gonna get tested some way or form, she's because you know I had I have some girls in my high school, in my class, who are interested. If only I could have allowed them to, here's my phone number, give me your phone number, and like be couples with them. If only I allowed this haram to happen. I mean, what would have happened? Think about it. Even if I would have had a girlfriend in haram relationships, astaghfirullah. Can you like comprehend that with your mind? None of these bitches are gonna look after you. When you're gonna have a simplest form of sickness. Where all these girls who was messaging you on Instagram? Where all these girls who was like interested in you? Where they are now? Where they are now, brother? Brother, like, there are some females watching my YouTube videos. There are girls which are liking my videos on Instagram, DMing me on Instagram, on Twitter, and I'm not even like especially when you are in like a small group of people. For example, like a school in your class, and inside of my class I'm the guy who speaks freaking English, a programmer, a, like because I spoke to my camera and like I have like this YouTube channel, I very confident in the words which I say to a certain degree. Yes, I do some mistakes sometimes. I'm not an angel. I'm gonna be like transparent and honest with you. The most of, yes, I'm not a freaking millionaire yet to have like freaking 100 girls messaging me on Instagram yet a day. Like 100 girls a day yet. But, you know, I'm gonna become the kind of person, I'm gonna become the millionaire. Yes, we're all gonna succeed eventually if we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. And, you know, the reason why I'm saying is that you might be saying like, oh, if you don't have all this like things, why you're telling me that? Yes, I don't have them, like, yes, there is no like girls messaging me on Instagram yet, but there are some of them interested offline in my class. There's like, I can very confidently say like maybe 4 or 5 out of, there is like 15 girls in my class, maybe 20. So it's about 1/4 out of total amount of girls sitting in one classroom. Well, you understand that they are attracted to you when they smile and like laugh at your freaking every joke, don't you? You just get there. And I'm trying to save myself from that, and I'm succeeding in saving myself from this kind of illegal relationships, alhamdulillah. But I have a freaking question now. When I'm suffering from this disease and like fighting with this disease and like the easiest and simplest form of headache and throat ache, where they are now? Where is your, fake friends who was telling you that we're gonna get to the Jannah together, brother, and they're not even messaging you yet? I'm not saying like come and visit you. They're not even messaging me. The only one who gives attention is my mom. I understood that, and I just, when this thing came along with the correct words and situations, I had this feeling. You understand that? I understood that these friends which are saying you are friend until I'm gonna get together in Jannah with you. I don't believe you, brother. I don't believe you. You're not even praying 5 times. Even if you was praying 5 times, you're not the kind of person. I just don't believe you. All these girls who was like, saying how good you speak in English, how awesome you are. You know that this is fake. You knew that. But God needed to give you some kind of test to reveal this truth in front of you. Because the truth was blurred. You were seeing the truth, but it was blurred. Now you transparently and crystally clean see the truth and understand it. All this hot bitches with which these millionaires are hanging out with, these parties, I have this two at the same time. When they're gonna get sick, they're gonna ask themselves a freaking simple question which I am asking myself right now. Where they are now? Where they are now? Where they are now? Where they are now. When I need them. When I need somebody to take care of me. When I need somebody to say something good about me. When I need somebody to give my pills at the right time. When I need somebody to remind me of my salah, it's Fajr time, it's Zuhr time. Because when you're ill, you are tired, you want to sleep all the time. And I forget sometimes to pray my salah and just like hurry up to do that. Oh, I used to like hurry for Fajr, but right now I'm hurrying for all 5, prayers. And you need somebody when you're especially sick to give your pills, to cook good food. When I was healthy, I meal wasn't problem for me. Now you want to sleep all the time, but after you sleep you want to eat something, but you don't want to cook anything, you don't want to drink, you don't want to eat. And you need somebody to give your pills, you need somebody to cook food, you need somebody to help you in very basic things which you used to do when you was healthy. Sit down and think about that. Remember the times when in your childhood, remember the times when you was sick. Who was looking after you? Probably your parents and sisters and brothers if you have them. I don't have anyone except God and my mom. She's working full time to sustain for me, and I'm here doing my business, YouTube channel, all these businesses which are gonna pay off, and I believe inshallah they're gonna pay off. And I'm gonna retire my mom and she will never work in her life anymore. But I mean, I'm at home right now, there is no one, there is my mom at work. I need to take care of my food, I need to take care of my pills, I need to take care of myself physically, my prayers. I need to train alone, I need to drink my pills at the right time alone. There is no one to remind you of, and my mom is just, she's calling me. She's calling me to remind me of, like prayer, drinking pills, but not all the time. She has job to do, and I'm not, I understand her. It's clearly, and I can understand her. And especially I think I as a man, you love eating delicious, right? I think the thing which I most like had problems with is just cooking food, because I wanna eat delicious, but I don't wanna cook anything. I'm hungry, but I just don't wanna cook anything. I would just rather not eat anything. I would just, go to sleep hungry and just like until my mom comes home and cooks me something. I'm just like, I don't wanna eat anything. Remember the times when you was sick. If you at the current moment have or had illegal relationships in your life, not online. Online is just something even more bullshit than the offline. But offline it's kind of like more realistic. You can't say she lives in my neighborhood, and if I text her that I'm ill, maybe she will come when there is no anyone at house, and maybe she will bring something to me delicious to it if I say that. Um, no, brother. I mean, I I don't know, brother. Honestly, I don't know the kind of girl which is in illegal relationships with you, but so much damn loves you that she can cook for you something. Take care of yourself. Especially those of you who are like, you see these millionaires and like, wow, when I'm gonna get rich, I'm gonna get these girls also. I'm gonna have all these hot girls and now. Open your eyes, brother. Open your eyes. These millionaires are like kids. They are literally like kids. Think about that. Because an older man understands that all these last intentions, all these desires are just nothing. That's the reason why older men have no temptation, hard temptations as like a young man, because it's just gone. It's just nothing now. He doesn't have problems anymore with his lust and intentions, and that's why most of the people they get back to Allah when they're in old age, because all these intentions and desires are gone when you're old man. What I want from you is to get even older than these millionaires. These millionaires, which they are like in their 20s, are acting like kids in their teenage years. If you are a teenager and you are probably like, and you are playing all these video games, I want you to get older about like 10 years. 10 years, 20, 30 years old. You are gonna become the kind of man who is not playing video games anymore and doing business. Great. But now, if you become the kind of man who is not playing video games, not watching all these bad photos and videos, doing business, training, discipline, great. Now get older even from there for about 20 or 30 years. The version of you which is 50 or 60 years old. Because if you are not gonna do that, you are gonna end up in about the similar situation in which these people on internet are. I don't believe that all these girls with which this Iman hanging out with is the kind of girls who are gonna take care of him when he's gonna get the simplest form of sickness, average headache or something. And they're not gonna give him even like pills or anything. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. They don't. The chances of them not knowing how to cook, I mean, incredibly high. How to cook a delicious food like your mom is, brother. Open your eyes, brother. You need to get You already opened your eyes. You understand that you need to get rich, you need money, you need to be disciplined, you need to read books, you need to read Quran, you need to get better, better, better. You open your eyes, let's say 80%. You can open them even wider and understand that this all this lust and intentions and all these millionaires online which you are seeing is incorrect kind of lifestyle. Even if you can have all these girls and stuff, the correct answer, the correct thing to do is to not have them, because this is, let's be honest, just a waste of time. Just a waste of time. And this is not something you're going to be proud of when you're going to be on your deathbed. Imagine yourself on your deathbed and you remember everything which you have done in your life, and you accidentally stun upon the lust and desires which you had when you was young. The chances, 99% chance that you're gonna be more ashamed of that than proud of that. You had this girl, you had that girl, you had these girls. No. You could have developed a nice and beautiful family and good relationships with your halal, a righteous spouse, instead of sleeping with whoever you want like an animal. Look at these animals, like they don't have boundaries. They're animals. They just, if you're an alpha male, I'm gonna have all these girls. I'm just like, okay, that's enough. 27-minute video about yeah, desires and stuff. Peace.